Hi, and welcome to episode 12 of the Spectrum's worst reviewed computer games. Now, the more observant amongst you might realise that things have changed. Um, New microphone, uh, new camera, bit of a new setup. However, I'm sort of restricted to recording in the kitchen, which isn't great for sound. So this new microphone picks up everything. I've already had to remove a ticking clock from the kitchen. So apologies if you hear anything which wouldn't normally have come into play. I'm still learning to do stuff like this. Yes, I know that over there is a bit of a flare issue, particularly when the sun comes out. As it happens, we don't have to worry about that today. We've got a bit of a noisy fridge behind me. Plus, if anything happens outside, then we may pick up the noise as well. Right. Anyway, what are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about Syntax, released by Blue Ribbon back in 1989. Let's give you a bit of a rundown of the reviews that came out for this game. Two magazines reviewed it at the time. Crash, which they didn't exactly praise it in their write up. The last couple of paragraphs there basically say what Syntax boils down to is one of those scrolly, over detailed backgrounds, shoot 'em ups, totally confusing, especially when it's all in monochrome. The game is put together really badly and full of stupid programming mistakes. You might get some enjoyment out of this if you're a glutton for punishment, otherwise, look elsewhere. 45%. Not terrible, not brilliant. However, the one I'm concentrating on today is the Your Sinclair review. Now, as you can see, straight away they've only given it 19%. There's the review. So it's four-way shooting scroller, blah blah blah. That's the theory. In practice, things are rather different. To tell the truth, this is quite possibly the worst game I have ever played in my entire life, apart from Transylvanian Tower, perhaps. That's maybe another game we're going to look at. The scrolling is jerky, your impulse drive fighter is nauseatingly unmanoeuvrable. There are only two sound effects, a beep and a slightly higher beep, and even the Sinclair character set makes a special guest appearance. Other problems include dodgy collision detection, primitive graphics, colour key controls. I could go on for hours. The fact is that this is practically impossible to tell whether you can fly over, what you can fly over, and what you can't. Dreadful, quite dreadful. 19%. Now, this isn't your Sinclair's only ever mention of Syntax, because 2 years later, it pops up on the cover tape. Now, this one is amazing, to be honest, because 2 years earlier, they had absolutely, slated this game 19%, and here it is on the front cover. Somebody at Blue Ribbon Software must have completely forgotten just how much they hated that game on first review. But there you go, 2 years later in 1991, they put it on the cover. Now, as ever, I have had a quick go with it, just basically to make sure that it loads okay. Okay, so let's get to it. Let's get the game up and running. Right, okay. As you can see, we're launched straight into the game. No keyboard controls, which is unusual, unless you count cursor keys. So you've got Sinclair joystick, Kempston joystick, and cursor keys. In lieu of keys, I tend to go with Sinclair joystick option. Okay, so ship active, you have 3 ships remaining and 999 time states. Hit fire, continue. Oh, now straight away you can see just how blocky the ship is. Okay, fire, it does fire. Oh, here we go. Oh, and it takes an age to move. Is that going to get me? There is no speed option, by the way. I can't go faster, I can't go slower. What did I hit? Okay, so I got 2 ships remaining, 981 time state. Was that a building that I flew? Oh. Okay, pressing up and down changes your height, but for some reason they've got uppers moving downwards and down moves upwards. Now I know that's sort of the case when you're talking about first person flight sim type things. I don't get what I'm hitting. I'm guessing those black dots on the ground are possibly brick walls. So as you can see, I haven't got very far into the game and I'm already dead and pressing start. Let's try again. I'm guessing that that's pretending to be some kind of runway. That's the edge of the screen. Can I go up here? Yeah, that's fine. I'm being attacked by flying triangles. The collision detection in this is shocking. Right, go again. Let's fly down. I'm hoping at some point that I'm not gonna fly into buildings which can I fly over that? Yes I can. Now I believe that the object of the game, again, collision detection is terrible. The object of the game is to collect a couple of items. Why? Computer game reasons, presumably. It's got something obviously to do with saving the princess or making sure that the universe carries on. Game over already. 240 points. We go again. Let's fly over there. Or not. Yes, the controls are very, very unresponsive. You've got to press a button for a good second, half second to a second before it actually does anything. Firing is pretty responsive. The problem is, as soon as you get any enemies on the screen, you're pretty much guaranteed to hit them. Yeah. I think they shot me there and I didn't even see the bullet until it went past me into the area below. Yeah, so as I say, as soon as you get enemies on the screen, you're pretty much guaranteed to die, either by dodging out of its way, and you end up hitting a building, or somehow being killed by either the bad guy, the enemy, or the bullets, because you cannot see it. It's completely monochrome. Now, there is one other button I haven't tried yet, which is like a smart bomb type thing, or the CRT, which I think is known as in the game. Here's me thinking that a CRT was a cathode ray tube, and it is the space bar. Yeah, it's one of those brick wall things, isn't it? Okay, I promise I will try and show you the CRT. I haven't pressed it yet. Come on, give me enemies so I can shoot you all. Oh, that lack of response really bugs me. Space. CRT ray active. Now what? Oh, that is terminally slow. So your smart bomb basically slowly hones in on everything that's on the screen. I do, however, now have 10,000 points for using the CRT. Am I meant to be able to pick that up? No. I want to be able to see if I can find at least one of these collectibles that I've got to get. It doesn't help that I have no idea what they look like. I mean, for all I know, it could be one of these Fs or S's. Oh, transfer. Something. I've transferred something. Hopefully, this game into the recycle bin. Ah, that's evil. Okay, I have one life left. W. Does W do anything? Oh, no, that's new. Ah, no, dead. I'm dead. Oh, let's leave it there, shall we? I can't see that being a game I'm ever going to rush back and play again. Design Owen Heinz. I do like your first name. However, I think that game probably needed a bit longer before it was released. I think that game didn't release, it was escaped. Crash was definitely too generous with their 45%. Your Sinclair with 19%. I think that's too generous. I probably wouldn't have even given this 10. I think it's struggling to make 5. Every so often it does do something that makes you think, ooh, like just then when I found the time warp for the first time. But it's just not. The collision detection is terrible. It's absolutely terrible, as is the response from pressing keys on the keyboard. You press a button, and maybe a second later you'll change direction. No, this isn't a great game. It's not even a good game. It's not even an average game. This game is terrible. Um, your mileage may vary, but this is definitely not one I'm going to be loading up again anytime soon. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. We'll see you next time, and hopefully we'll find something that might have had a terrible review, but at least might be playable in some way, shape, or form. This one definitely wasn't one of them. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.